Hello, everyone. My name is Scott Stevens. If any of you have ever received emails from me in the past, you might have noticed at the bottom of my signature block, I've always included a verse, Luke 9:23. This has been a verse that has been kind of at the center of my walk now for quite some time. In Luke 9:23, Jesus tells us, "If anyone would come after him, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." Some translations have it, "If anybody wishes to be my disciple, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." These words might sound challenging, but they hold the key to experiencing the destiny that God has planned for us. To follow Jesus, we must first deny ourselves, not just our desires or comforts, but also the destructive thoughts that hold us back from fulfilling God's purpose. Self-denial means choosing God's will over our own, and it's not always easy. It requires that we surrender our hearts, our minds, and even our emotions to God. Just as Jesus faced the agonizing decision in the Garden of Gethsemane where he prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." We too are called to choose God's plan, even when it's difficult. Jesus' act of self-denial was the ultimate example of embracing God's purpose over personal desires, even in the face of great suffering. But self-denial just isn't about our actions. It also involves our thoughts. In 2 Corinthians, Paul encourages us to take every thought captive and obedient to Christ. Our thoughts can be powerful forces, often leading us to doubt, fear, or question our ability to carry the cross God has given us. These destructive thoughts can become stumbling blocks that prevent us from walking in the destiny that God has planned for us. A dear brother, Bruce Perkins, used to attend our weekly Bible study. Bruce was involved with Minnesota Teen Challenge, and on occasions he would bring along his graduated mentee to some of our studies. While I admired what Bruce was doing, and even felt a tug to get involved, I was always able to come up with some reason not to step out. "I'm too busy at work. I don't have anything to offer these guys. Surely someone is better suited than me, or my favorite, I just don't feel like it's my calling." It wasn't until after I had my heart transplant and I discovered that my donor had died of a heroin overdose that I said, "All right, God, message received." I remember talking to a client care manager at the Hudson House. He asked me why I wanted to be a Teen Challenge mentor. I responded, "There is not a single part of me that wants to be a Teen Challenge mentor, but I feel that it's something that God wants for me." As I look back now, I almost have to chuckle a little bit. There was not a single fiber of my being that felt comfortable coming alongside another guy to share their burdens or even go deep in conversation with them. Relationships outside of my wife, kids, and maybe a few friends and extended family. I didn't have room for that in my life. But I had come to a place where I needed to dismiss all of that and step out in the faith and knowledge that maybe God knew what he was doing. To truly carry our cross, we must reject these negative thoughts and surrender them to God. When we do this, we make room for his peace, his wisdom, and his strength to guide us. Just as Jesus embraced the cross by first surrendering his will, we must surrender our minds and hearts to God, choosing to follow his lead no matter where it takes us. So today, let us lay down the weight of destructive thoughts and the selfish desires that hinder us from carrying our cross. May we deny ourselves daily, choosing God's plan above all else, and trust that his path leads to the fullness of life he has prepared for us.